Guys, let me tell you one thing about girls. Girls can eat. There's this phrase that we usually use in Shona. I don't know if it's Mombe Mdanga or something. But hey guys, it's a girl Monashe and I'm here with another video. Today I'm going to be doing a very interesting video. I'm going to be doing a video on the things they don't tell you about going at an all-girls boarding school. If you're not subscribed, please make sure to subscribe, turn on the post notification button and click that bell button so that you'll be notified whenever I post a new video. And let's get into the video. So I'm just going to give like some background information before I get into the video. I went to an all-girls boarding school for 3 years in Zimbabwe. I think I'm gonna say the name. I think that's gonna make it interesting. I went to Girls High School Harare, which is located in the center of Harare in Zimbabwe. And let me tell you guys, life there was very interesting, nothing like I've ever experienced before. But I ended up transferring to a mixed school later, and I noticed, because I started my high school life at an all-girls school and then I transferred later, and I started noticing the differences that are there between, a single-sex school and a mixed school. And I always thought about, talking about it, and I think today is the day. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is the fact that we can talk about whatever at an all-girls school where you're all girls all the time, and then in the hostels there's only female staff, like female teachers, female boarding masters and whatever. We happen to talk about everything and anything without thinking, without caring about who is listening, without, overthinking it. I feel like low-key, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe boys may be a little bit judgmental because the way we just used to talk about anything, when I tell you, like, the most controversial topics, the most, topics that are not really talked about a lot, things that we may be very curious about and they're not really talked about. Like at an all-girls school, because you're all girls and you really understand each other, obviously not like bashing any kind of people or anything. We used to talk about a lot of things openly, which I realized when I went to a mixed school that there were some certain topics we used to avoid when boys were around, just because either boys wouldn't understand, or it's something they couldn't relate to, or it's just like, something that they would have a different opinion on, that we would know that if we were to talk about such topics around guys, it would be a lot. The next thing, the interesting thing, is the fact that, I don't care if you agree with this or not, but what I realized that learning at an all-girls school, you cannot function around guys. Being around girls all the time, hostels, girls, class, girls, lunch, sports, everything. When guys were around, at least, well, I'm gonna talk about my friends and the school that I went to. I'm not talking on behalf of every girls' school, but when boys were around, people could not function, guys. When I tell you that people acted like they were seeing something they've never seen before. People acted like they've never seen like a thing called a male before. Guys, it was crazy. We would start work. They would start walking down like the corridors from, like, okay, for example, there was this school called Church. This is just an example, and I remember like this event happened and I remember it very clearly. But there was this boys' school, which is called Church Boys High School, and there happened to be a lot of good-looking guys. I mean, there's good-looking guys everywhere, but they happened to, like, they had a lot of stuff to do with our school. So like when there were functions or like anything that is like sports related, club related, anything related, their head boys or their prefects or any of their representatives would come to our school. And I remember this one time, the head boy of that school and some other prefects of that school came to our school and they were standing at the headmistress office. Guys, people were all of a sudden finding a reason to go to the administration office just to go there. People move around a lot. That's like one example. When we would go for like sporting activities, when we would go for any kind of event where there are guys, people would like, I don't know how to explain. There's this phrase that we usually use in Shona. I don't know if it's Mombe Mdanga or something, but basically when you get into an environment or in a situation that you're not used to and you just don't know how to act, that's how we used to act. People would be everywhere, guys. When I tell you, they would try to impress, they would try to look good and everything, and I'm just like, okay, interesting. The next thing is the fact that asking for sanitary pads or anything that is like period related is like you don't really think about it. You literally just get into class, stand in front of the class and you're like, ladies, anyone with a sanitary pad, like even if you like, you know, mess up or anything, like it's not really that big of a deal. Like it's not like, you know, like I don't know, it's not big. Like anything period related or like just the period talking about, you know, these normal things is really not a big deal. I realized when I went to a mixed school that like when someone needed a pad, it was a whole big deal. Oh, and even when I was in primary school, when it was like, you know, when someone needed a pad or like, you know, just needed help with anything, people would like whisper. It was like, you know, it was very like, you know, something that the guys are not supposed to know about. Like, you know, it's only supposed to be between us. Like they would try so hard to make it only between the girls and not like, you know, let the guys. Not that I don't care honestly, but at an all girls school you don't really think about that. You just need a pad. You go in front of the class, guys, I don't need the pad. Someone just takes it out of their bag and they give it to you. You don't have to hide it in a book or anything. Be like, you know, the pad is in the book. No, you just do what you gotta do, because we're all girls. We all understand. You know, at the end of the day, no one is gonna judge you. No one is gonna be uncomfortable. No one is gonna be weirded out. So I like that, and I really thought it was cool. The next thing is that how we look at school does not really matter. Like in terms of like looking smart, looking presentable, looking good, honestly, we don't care. We really don't care. Now, I'm not talking on behalf of everyone or on behalf of every school, but you know, certain people are just like, you know, the way they are. But generally, I realized that like because we were all girls, people didn't really try, because you're not trying to impress your crush, you're not trying to impress your boyfriend, so you really don't have the reason to like try so hard to look good. You know what I'm saying? Like people would just go looking however, which I noticed when I went to mixed school. People really put a lot of effort in how they looked, which for us, we put a lot of effort when there was a function, when there was an event where it included other schools coming, and we knew that the boys from Jeju High are coming, or the boys from, you know, Alan Wilson or whatever, Prince Edward are coming. That's when we used to like, you know, try so hard to look good. But generally, just going to school on an everyday basis, we really didn't try, because we didn't try. We didn't want to impress anyone. It was really not a big deal. The next thing that I'm going to talk about is the fact that there's nothing as, oh my God, you should eat like a lady, sit like a lady, do this like a lady. We eat however we want. Also, we don't care about the quantity. Guys, let me tell you one thing about girls. Girls can eat. Girls eat. You see the way we be acting when at restaurants. We're like, oh my God, I'm so full after taking 2 bites. That's lies. Those are lies. Girls can eat. When I tell you that when we were at the hostels and we're having like, especially on the nights that we had sadza, woo! People eat. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. Like we eat. Like I think, you know, guys, I don't know why we try to eat differently when guys are around, but basically people eat a lot. And like, you know, like in a manner that they don't even care, you know, there's not, oh my God, I need to eat like a lady. Or in class, oh my God, I need to sit like a lady. You know, we just sit however. Another thing is the fact that we used to the manual labor. Like we were so independent. When I went to a mixed school, I like most of the time when there was any kind of manual labor needed, you know, the teachers would come and they'll be like, I need some 5 strong guys to come and help me with these chairs. I need some 5 strong, you know, guys all the time. You know, us girls would just do this light work. At an all-girls school, you are the guys. You're the 5 strong guys. You're the 5 strong men that are going to carry the table from that corner to that corner, because there are no guys to do that. So we would do everything on our own. We'd carry the chairs. I mean, I'm not saying chairs are heavy, but I just feel like at a mixed school, or at least at the mixed school that I went to, you know, there were certain jobs that were required to do by guys. I mean, girls could do them, but mostly teachers would come and be like, I need specifically guys. But at an all-girls school, I remember we used to have like this end of year dinner, and we had to carry these tables from our hostels to wherever the event was taking place. And these tables were really, really heavy. And I remember, because we didn't have any, you know, 5 strong guys to do the work, we would do it on our own. Obviously, we would like, you know, take longer and everything, but we'd do it on our own. We just like 5 girls this side, 5 girls the other side, and then we like carry those tables, all of them, and take them back at the end of the event, because we didn't have the guys to do it. And honestly, I loved it. The last thing, which I kind of talked about earlier, is the fact that when there's functions, the dorm is in, I don't know, like there is people putting on makeup, people ironing the uniforms, people, you know, looking their best. I would look at some girls and I'll be like, this is a different person. I've never, like, who are you? I've never seen this person before, just because they would look so good, because we knew that there's going to be guys, there's going to be, you know, there's like mixed schools and, you know, boys schools coming. People looked their best. And I loved it. I kind of liked it, but you know, people used to, like, you know, put so much effort in trying to look good when there was a function. I honestly feel like there's more things I could talk about. There's obviously a lot of negative things. Well, not a lot, but some negative things about learning in an all-girls school. And there's some things that I obviously didn't talk about. But if I feel the need to do a part 2, I'll do it. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, turn on your post notifications, comment on what videos you want to see me do next. Click that bell button and yeah, do all that good stuff. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. See you in my next video. Bye. If you're not subscribed, please, if you're not subscribed,